Hey friends, my name is Elena Motonono and I help online language teachers and coaches move away from one-to-one classes so that they can rekindle their passion and find their purpose in running their businesses their own way. In today's video, I will be talking about creating a small digital product. You might be wondering, well, what does that have to do with finding new clients? After all, if you have a small digital product, most likely you will need to be selling it to millions of customers, and that is a completely different strategy, and I don't want to do that. Well, you can definitely do it this way, but I wanted to share with you how creating a small digital educational product is actually going to help you attract the right people to you from anywhere online, and it will help you convert these people to become your clients or to purchase other group programs that you have, coaching programs that are a bit more expensive. Before we start talking about creating a small digital product, I would like to talk about a story, and that is my story of crocheting a poncho. So many years ago, I decided it would be a nice idea to learn how to crochet. I had only learned how to knit prior to that, and I thought crocheting was very easy. After all, you only use one hook. And so I started, and after doing basics, I got a little bit impatient, and I should say bored. And so I thought, well, if I am going to spend my time crocheting, I might as well crochet something useful and helpful for me. Who cares about the basics, right? So I decided to get a magazine and found this poncho that I wanted to crochet for myself. I thought this would be ideal. I'm teaching in the classroom, it's cold in the winter, I'm going to go in and I'll have this poncho, and it looked so amazing in the picture. And I thought, well, this is just what I want. Well, the story doesn't end well. After months of crocheting and dealing with pain in my thumbs and fingers, I ended up ditching this idea, realizing that, well, perhaps this thing is not for me. I'm saying this to tell you about this tendency that we have as online language teachers when we're so fed up with teaching one-on-one and we want to try out something new. And of course, we will come across one of those Facebook ads that will tell us that what we need really is this big, amazing online course. And most of these course creators, they don't have any idea what it means to teach languages online and some of the specifics of our industry. And they teach this generic but really value-packed course, because this is how they get you to pay them quite a bit of money. And on top of that, they sell you software and other things that you need for the course to be successful. And years into your work, you find yourself that you have not yet created the course, you have not been able to sell it, you have not been able to find even one customer through this course, because it's kind of so big that you just don't know what to do with it. It's overwhelming. And so that's why I want to encourage you not to give up at the time. If you are in that position where you bought this expensive course, or maybe you have gone through a number of videos on YouTube that taught you how to put together this expensive course, and now you have it. And after months and maybe years of putting it together, it just feels like this unruly, big and crooked poncho. What I want to tell you is, try and turn this big project, pull it apart, and make it into something small. A digital product, it could be a workbook, it could be just a regular book, it could be an audio book, it could be a mini course It could be a series of templates that help your clients improve their email writing and essay writing. Those small products are much easier to market, and they're much easier for you to produce. And because you can attract more people to it because of a lower price point, you will be able to actually turn these customers later into your clients. So let's look at the doodle that I prepared for you today and learn more on why creating a small product is better for you and how you can do that effectively. Here is the doodle that I made for us, and at the very center, something that looks like a donut is actually a poncho. This is the color of the poncho that I had made, and by the time I was done, it looked nothing like this. It looked quite shapeless, but I wanted to put it here as a reminder to all of us that the fact that we put something out there that is big and bulky and maybe very difficult to sell does not mean that we can't now create and sell something other than one-to-one classes. And in fact, it's a great opportunity for us to try. So I want to encourage you, even if you have already made the big poncho and you've already decided that you are such a bad marketer and nobody's going to buy from you, and you've tried and it didn't work, to go back and actually review what you have and pull out a tiny little slice. So usually the courses that you buy on how to create an online course are exhaustive and extensive. That justifies the price. That is the whole point for the people creators to make these courses, is to put as much as they can into a course like that to make it like an encyclopedia for you, so that they can justify the price, of course. And many of those courses are really helpful. You can go in and learn anything. And the cool thing, especially with the lifetime access, is that even if you invested in a course that teaches you how to create these big courses, it's not a waste of your time or money. It's just something that you need to go back to once you have a little bit more experience creating and selling. And in order to create and sell an intensive program or course that includes almost everything you know and everything you can sell, right, that at this moment feels like it's too much. A lot of teachers I work with maybe work on courses like that for years, and they never are able to finish them, let alone market them. What really is helpful is to find within this big course a tiny little slice of the information you want to present, and decide how you want to create it in an easy way without putting it on a super expensive funnel driven platform that has everything in one. There are lots of platforms that will allow you to create a product and sell it with very little overhead cost. One of those is Gumroad. There are many digital product platforms, and you can actually find them on Google by going and saying, you know, what's out there, what is the platform that allows me to sell digital products? And they're just downloadable. And of course, if you want to sell books, you can do that through Amazon as well. So this is the tiny piece that you need to pull out of the sea of information, because really anybody can create something that's exhaustive. But the problem is it's going to exhaust you trying to put it all together. And because you're knowledge is constantly growing and developing. If you plan to put everything into the course, you are never going to finish it. So pull something out that will be the first step for your clients, right? And and if it's small, not only will it be easier to sell, it will be easy to make, it will be easy to tweak. If, for example, you want to update it later, it's not going to be this humongous monstrosity where you have 55 videos that you need to re-record, right? It will be easy to tweak. It will be easy to toss. If, for example, after you run it or sell it for a couple of times and then you see, oh, well, I guess that's not where I want to go, but I want to use that as a foundation to do something else. You can toss it. It's much easier to toss something that didn't take you nearly as much time as this. So when you create something that is manageable like this, you're not as attached to it. You're less likely to feel obligated to now keep selling it until the end of your days. So consider a small thing. And when you are creating this and making this, you learn so much about marketing. And the thing with marketing is when you create something, you want to start selling it before it's even done, right? Sometimes you sell it or market it, you can pre-sell it on some platforms, and those platforms are amazing, and Gumroad is one of those. You can pre-sell your book, you can pre-sell your workbook, and people can buy it before you even release it, and you can offer it at a lower price, so it incentivizes people to buy. Also, because a small product price is really more affordable, you can offer it to people that may come to you and say, well, I think your one-on-one classes are too expensive. And you tell them, that's fine. I have a workbook, or I have a book that might help you, or an audiobook, and you can buy it right away. And that is how you retain these people as customers, and they might actually go and work on your course or mini course or go through your workbook and realize, wow, this is really amazing. I want to keep doing that. And then they come back to you. But when they come back to you, they are more, I would say, ready to work with you, because now they have all the tools and they know you, and you have already taught them through your product how you work, what your teaching philosophy and learning philosophy is. So I highly recommend, as you create a course, a small mini course, a small product like that, you can start going and letting other people know about it and inviting people to sign up. There are lots of examples. If you are a writing coach, you can create templates on how to write emails, or templates how to write resumes, or templates how to write cover letters. And then once people buy that, then you can sell your services and help people review their cover letters and their resumes, and prepare them also, for example, for their speaking, their interview. There are many ways of going about it, and a small product will give you so many opportunities to build onto it, which will eventually become something like this. But you can only do it when you start with a small thing. And I know that not only because I crocheted a big poncho. I know that from the experience of first trying to create and sell and market a big thing, that by the time I created it, I had no strength left. But several years later, I came back to it and I said, okay, I'm just going to do one small thing. I'm going to write a book. And I actually recycled my old blog posts and turned them into a book. And then I added a workbook to it. And then I created another workbook, and on and on and on. And now all the business that I have right now actually started with one book that is not even there anymore. but it inspired and it gave direction to everything that I do today, including these videos. So I hope this is helpful and it gives you ideas on what you can do and how you can learn to market and sell without creating something big, enormous, and labor intensive. Well, I hope this was helpful to you. If you know of any online language teacher that might be stuck trying to create a big and bulky online language course that covers all topics from A to Z, please send this video to them. I also want to encourage you to join the Online Teacher Summit that is happening this month in just 2 weeks. It happens only once a year, and it allows online language teachers and coaches not only to come together, but to learn how to be better business people. Because when we teach languages online as self-employed, we are no longer just teachers, we're also business owners. So this year, the focus of the Online Teacher Summit is on creating content that brings clients. I hope that as you join, you will be able to find tips and strategies and tools to help you make the content you create more effective and reach people to actually bring them into your ecosystem, as in people will be interested in purchasing your small products, your bigger products, and your services. When you join early, you also get access to incredible bonuses, which include my workshop on financial planning with a number of helpful tools, including profitability calculator that allows you to calculate your sustainable hourly rate. You also get access to my brand new workshop on how to find clients overseas. There are other bonuses available, including my mini doodle lessons. So if you enjoy what you see here, you are going to absolutely enjoy the actual summit. During the summit, I will be doing live coaching through doodle sessions. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. If you are interested, please click the link in the description and purchase your ticket today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.